I've been seeing this guy slay CNN panelists for the last couple of weeks, so much so that we have to do a little compilation of it. But y'all got to see this particular clip to start it off. It's when Scott Jennings can't contain himself when CNN panelist calls Harris campaign organic. Now, we know that this campaign is everything but organic, but man, just check this out. And then I'm going to show y'all a recap of when he was in a room with Van Jones, Scott Jennings, that is, and he was talking about Kamala Harris and the DNC, and Van all he could do is laugh his way, cackle his way through it. Anyhow, roll the clip.
We're going to like Dana Bash, which means she's going to do
because
a pitch-perfect interview. And I think that is what we need, and that's what people want. The American public, and that goes back to my entire point. The American public does not want to hear us saying that, oh my God, she should do an interview on day 10 or day 12, and it should be with this person or that person. Yeah. It's organic. The entire Kamala Harris campaign has been organic. And so now we're...
What? Organic. This is the literal most manufactured presidential campaign ever. She didn't even run.
It's the
opposite of organic.
Can I ask you one question? Like, you've been a part of a lot of campaigns, right?
Yes.
A ton of campaigns.
And in every one,
and how many campaigns in your manufacturing have you been able to manufacture 400,000 volunteers or $540 million? Or how about this? 4% of the electorate, 4% of the entire electorate in the state of Georgia has volunteered for Kamala Harris.
If you believe that, I got
no doubt.
I'll end this portion of the conversation by agreeing that Dana Bash is
going
to do an excellent job.
Can we switch seats?
An excellent job on Thursday. Everyone stick around for us. Coming up next, Harris and Trump.
The fact that he actually sat there and tried to say that with a straight face, this is the most organic. Nah, bro. Everything about this campaign is manufactured. I mean, every bit of it. First of all, she wouldn't be running if the debate between Donald Trump and Biden didn't prove what we already knew about Biden, which was he was incompetent and not capable of running a White House, which also, ended the conspiracy that Obama is possibly... even besides Obama, somebody behind the curtain is actually running the White House, because you look at Biden and you go, that's a shell of a man, Then he has to drop out and she gets awarded the nomination. No work for it, none. No campaign for it, none. Literally just gets awarded the nomination, and now is being placed on this pedestal as this, coming to save America, I don't know, religious type figure almost, it's almost religious the way that they trying to prop her up, and the way that they try to prop her up, I'm sorry. But yeah, man, it's just completely wrong. And then on top of that, you talking about, she got, she raised $500 million, such and such. I'm like, I'm listening to it. I'm going, okay. Two things. One, looking to her brother. Can't remember his role and everything, his title and all like that. But long story short, he was somebody whom took on certain cases or attached themselves to certain cases that were all getting ready to be settled, to raise the settlement prices, to then settle, to be able to use those funds for whatever. Now, that's a very vague, how do I say? That's a very vague way to lay the whole situation out, but I don't want to misspeak or get some things wrong. And in addition to that, we could talk about Act Blue, which you can go look this up right now. You have people donating to Act Blue, which is donating to Kamala Harris, millions to Kamala Harris's campaign, but the people whom are donating to this campaign don't even know that they're doing it. Yes, literally, I'm not making this up. This is not me just trying to gaslight or try to, go extra hard to commit. No, you can look this up yourself. Don't take my word for it. You can look it up yourself. You got people, I didn't donate $120,000 to the Act Blue campaign. And you know why these people didn't donate, or have no clue? And why the people donated the way that they did using these people's names and all that? It is because the person who's donating can't be seen. And that right there should worry you. Anyhow, you could almost hear a pin drop after Scott Jennings told the CNN media this.
Is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems in the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow it's still all Trump's fault, and somehow she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it? But in all these speeches, as good as they were, is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems in the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow it's still all Trump's fault, and somehow she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it?
Then you got the people out here like, she's the VP, you know, she's not the president. She just has to support the president. But then in the same breath, say that she's the deciding factor between certain laws and things being implemented, like, you know, tax on tips, for instance, being the deciding vote, right? But come on, man, make it make sense. So she got the power to be the deciding vote, but she ain't got the power to be the deciding vote, right? When it's convenient, right? Y'all make it make sense to me, man. This guy nailed it. We read some comments. Trump should play this at his rallies. Hey, man, this guy is right. Listen, the Democrats have been in the White House for 12 of the 16 years. What's been done with the Democrats? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's the part that baffles me. It's like you try to blame everything on the Republicans, but we're sitting back going, bro, come on, dog. Y'all run all this crap. All right. In my opinion, I feel like they know the truth and they just don't want everybody else to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? His truth doesn't matter to Democrats. They will vote for a cockroach if it suits their agenda. Somebody wrote, out friggin' standing. About time this gets brought up. Of course, it got squashed, so let's help them keep out of there. Repost anyway. Have you ever noticed that the audio of the speaker goes out a lot on CNN? Can't believe he got it out. Exactly. Obama was talking about how they don't want to rerun Trump's 4 years when they had 8 before him and 4 after. Seriously, man, it's like y'all keep acting like we didn't have a man in office. It's weird. Okay. But Scott Jennings also dragged Kamala Harris over, bringing Tim Walz along for the interview that she's planning on doing with Dana Bash.
Is the line now going to be, well, why isn't she doing it by herself?
Yeah, I do think people are going to bring that up. Like, I have great confidence in Dana and CNN to do this. I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show up with your running mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself, the actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview. In fact, I think the hand-wringing and the gyrations over this over the last month show a troubling lack of confidence in her political ability, which also makes you wonder as a voter, well, what kind of president would you be if this kind of a small-time decision, can we do an interview or not, what does that look like for your decision-making process, so on? So, I think Republicans are going to think it's pretty weak to show up with effectively someone to take up half the time.
Is the line now going to be, well, why isn't she doing it by herself?
Yeah, I do think people...
Not gonna lie, but the way he be kicking that knowledge, I'll be over there like, I'm surprised CNN is letting this guy air. Honestly, I'm over like, whoa. It's usually a clown show, but, you know, you can get a breath of fresh air. Somebody said, thank you for watching CNN, so we don't have to. That's funny. We're going to read a few more. She needs her emotional support, Governor. Yeah, because having Tim Walz come to back you and not be able to speak for yourself is very telling, man. Very telling. Oh, you know, yeah, I'm going to bring my brother with me. How you going to... Okay, you're running to be the president of the United States. You're trying to be this whole bold, I can take down Trump or whatever, woo, woo, whoop, and I ain't afraid of Trump, ha, ha, ha. But you can't even go do an interview by yourself. Literally, you and Tim Walz already dropped the interview thinking that we was going to fall for that and go, oh, yeah, she's definitely doing enough. It's like, shorty, get from behind the screen and come talk to somebody unscripted. It's not that hard. But we know why you won't do it. It's definitely going to tank the person. Honestly, for a lot of people, they wouldn't even care, honestly. I'll just say, Kamala, excuse me. her candidacy is a joke. It's fake, and it's incredible that people think that we are this incompetent or slow, whatever. Anyhow, again, remember when I told y'all I wanted to show y'all that clip of Scott Jennings going in on the DNC convention when he said nobody said a damn thing? Watch Van Jones. Oh, is he in this clip? No, he ain't in this clip. Well, hold on. Because I told y'all I was going to get y'all that clip. I got to make sure I see. Yo, yeah, it definitely is the clip.
Tonight said anything. Nobody tonight said a damn thing. They want you to vote for a ticket based on absolutely no concrete idea about what they would do once they get in office. You said he got more progressive when he got elected governor. So you're saying every time he gets another office, he gets more and more progressive. I think that's exactly what would happen. Tonight, you did hear people say, well, we may not agree with them on everything, but at least it'll be joyful as they tax us into oblivion. I think the idea that you could run an entire presidential campaign based on the idea of vote for me to find out what's in it
Wait a minute,
ought to terrify every American.
As you can see, CNN clearly was having a meltdown. Clearly. You could tell he wanted to go to Orange Man bat like the whole time, you know what I'm saying? But yo, I don't see Scott. I don't know if he works for CNN, but I'm assuming because I'm seeing him over and over, but I don't think he's gonna work for them much longer. He's going against their narrative. And I'm sure it's gonna ruffle some feathers, but it already ruffled some feathers. That's the thing. I'm so confused. CNN has confused me this year. I don't know how you been. Has CNN confused you too? Because at moments it's like, oh wow, okay, they actually they kept that? Yo. Hi, CNN. And then, you know, you let the clip keep playing and you realize it's CNN. But Van Jones, he was breaking down, bro. Scott, he's the man, spilling the truth on CNN. And anyone working with brain cells, all they heard was spewing of nothing. I'm reading right here. Anyone with no working brain cell, all they heard was spewing of nothing, no policy, race, tag, Trump bad. Exactly. Well done. I can see others at the table waiting for their turn to mouth the talking points. You have to be highly sensible in your coverage for sure. So I tell you what, as far as Scott go, it's time to endorse Trump, my boy. Come on now.